Greetings, bloggers, vloggers, followers, and potters. Dustin here from Dustin's Dynasty with the second half of this week's vlog. As always, I like to share about my background and what I'm wearing sometimes if I have something that's related to this channel. First thing I want to talk about is the background. It is of the river. We're near my house, and we've been doing some wellness walking and doing some walking this week. So, I wanted to include information about that. And I'll be talking more about that now. I'm going to try to create a new channel on YouTube for that purpose because that is a whole separate thing. So, you know, just trying to work on some new things. Always, the shirt is of Kindness Month. It was created with kindness, but it was created by my county's ID self-advocacy group, and it's hashtag kindness Fayette because we live in Fayette County here in Pennsylvania, and it says kindness starts with me, and it has a little puzzle piece heart thing on as a graphic. But yeah, it's doing that in remembrance and honor of Development Disability Awareness Month. So I just want to make that aware. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into the uh, the heart of the blog. And today we're going to talk about um, prioritization. And when we talk about prioritization, many times individuals who can, who are able to, and on a spectrum such as myself, sometimes we don't like to do things that are can be challenging for us, such as going to a family gathering or a gathering that involves people and social construct and having to follow social norms. Um, having to do things like even cleaning a house or things that require a skill that or talent that we know we have, or but yet we find it mundane or challenging to do, and so we kind of toss those things to the side, or we get dismissive about doing them because they're not in our best interest or they're not interesting to us. And sometimes doing those things, dismissing those things, or can be either hurtful to somebody else because you're hurting somebody else's feelings. And I know that many people say that have the stereotype that autistic people do not have empathy, but I believe 110% that we do because I feel for things when I do things later. It may not appear as we feel it right away as immediate as many neurotypicals do, but we do feel it eventually. And as a result, when it comes hard and it breaks and it just we bust out and we're very regretful for what we did. As a result, so then you have to realize sometimes that doing something that requires you to put on your adulting hat, so to speak, and go out and do the things that may seem uneasy, like going out and going to a family function that maybe has a lot of noise barriers, or have requires a social construct or social conversation or social cues that you may be unfamiliar with, or may have other unfancy or unpleasant factors like animals that you may not prefer, or noises, or such scenarios that may not seem pleasant, but in all common sense, they're not. You can prepare for them as much as you can so that you are aware and know what to expect. And as such, you can have your necessary defense mechanisms if you're allowed to be sure to be able to work your way through those processes, and have especially when you have others who understand, who can understand and accommodate your need to have a sensory break if needed, or break away from said event, or just take a break. And sometimes that's the thing that matters. Now, I do understand, and I do want to compensate that not all autistic individuals can do that. However, for those who are able to speak or verbalize or communicate properly or effectively, um, that ca- they should, when someone includes you in something, and they often do it because they want you to be a part of it. And if you are not part of that said thing, um, it can be difficult. It can be hurtful if you decline their request. For example, many times growing up in the past years, um, whether it be through excessive burnout or a lot of issues, I did not go to certain family members. I did not go to younger family members' birthday parties or things of that nature. And as such, it was very hurt. These people were that family was very hurt because of my inaction to go, but they did not yet understand my need for time, especially after dealing with a family dealing with with an issue at the residence I was staying at the time. So I think, just realizing and accepting the needs of why you can't do things, but not make excuses right away, but maybe convey your need to the person who is inviting you or who is hosting, to make them aware that, hey, I may not be able to do this, participate fully, but at least I'll try my best to do what I can do. Is it, many times we want to focus on what's best for us and our needs, and sometimes it's all about us. Unfortunately, there's times we have to care about the needs and not be so selfish of others, and not be so selfish of our personal needs. I mean, I do fully understand that sometimes we have to take care of ourselves. I'm discovering that in myself, that we do have to take care of ourselves. It is very important. It is very crucial. However, there are times that it calls that are of way minimal commitment, that requires us, that doesn't require us, but that is expected of us to be a part of a situation or a celebration or a event or a task. And sometimes it's just the norms, like cleaning the house or doing the laundry, for example. Those things require effort, and they may seem like mundane tasks to many in the autistic community. However, they are necessary standards of living and standards of life, and having those skills and being able to do them and be able to get through them in your own decisive way is very helpful when you need to. Um, Also, just getting through things. And then, if you have those, do go to those things, or, you do things and become very, you become very burnt out from them. And of course, like, it's just like going to a day at work or a day program where you come home from that said event or thing or activity, and you're burnt out and you need time to recharge. And that's fully understandable. You should. Being able to recharge means sometimes the time that we thought we would have left to do to complete our task or our personal priorities, that are that we have only so much time left to do those things. But unfortunately, we bank that time elsewhere to take care of ourselves. It is more important to take care of you first, then those priorities. You can get done with what you can, but it's very important to take care of yourself. And sometimes that means even taking care of yourself means even taking time to chat with a friend, or spend some time on a call with a friend, or caring about others again, if you can do it. Because again, it's you have to realize that you're not the only one in this earth. And many times in the autistic community, it is felt that we're very self-centered, and sometimes we want to be a friend, and it can be being a friend is a good thing, and it fills the void of not being so lonely and feeling so trapped. However, it is, again, it is a challenge. Friend making is a challenge, I won't lie. But if you have a good friend who just wants to reach out and talk to you, or share some time with you, and I know you, and they're trying to help you get through your day, then by all means, please take advantage of that, rather than focus on something that is more of an importance to you. Um, For the longest time growing up, and even into adulthood, even until the last few years ago, my parents always called me a spoiled little brat because I wanted everything to be about me, 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 and I still until recently, still did. Um, However, we as adults, and especially if we have the ability to understand and comprehend and have the mindset of someone near our age or of an adult age, must understand that sometimes we have to do things that we don't always want to do or do things that maybe seem unpleasant as long as we are safe and cared for properly and we're not are free from harm or as long as our basic rates of whatever uh, process or place or whatever we're in is being met and our procedures are being followed, then by all means, we must abide to rules that we may not find suitable for us, and that may be a challenge because we're very regimented and we want things our way a lot of the time, and as such, we can't always have things our way. And I think that's the thing. Like many people who think, many who believe the stereotype of autism is that we're so regimented that we have to have things our way, and we are reluctant to see things any other way. But I'm starting to learn, as I'm growing and discovering that, we don't have to see things, our way. We have to be open to other things and simple things like, sitting somewhere else or, doing something a different way because that's how somebody wants it done. That's what's expected in life, and that's a request. And to battle it just because you don't like it is not it's sometimes it's just easier to follow through things because and it can be challenging, but again, that's what you use your other mechanisms for to manage yourself through those challenges that you face. And it's not easy. I do admit it is not easy to get through those challenges in life, but you can do it. I have faith. I came from a long time when I couldn't do a lot of things because they didn't go according to plan. Everything was, according to plan and how I did it. And, as I got older, things changed and I was okay with it. And, not so much, and so much, COVID did set that back a little bit, but, it's getting better. So I want to thank you again for listening this week. As a reminder, be sure to tap, if you like this video or dislike it, please note that. Be sure to tap that notification bell if you want to hear more notifications. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also, be sure to like and follow on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Dustin's Dynasty. Yes, and on Pinterest and TikTok at Dustin's Dynasty ASD, where I post Pinterest every day. I'm sorry, I post TikTok every day, and follow me on the web and visit me on the web at dustinsdynastyusa.com. This podcast, this vlog will be transformed into a podcast that'll be available on many platforms, including Spotify at Dustin's Dynasty ASD. Again, I want to thank you for listening to my vlog, and as always, have a good week.